Geoffrey Gamer does not promote violence. All content is strictly for entertainment purposes only. Viewer discretion is advised. What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another edition to Geoffrey Gamer. Today we're going to make a video for a Facebook page that I recently just joined. That's the LSPDFR Facebook page. I will drop the link below. If you're a fan of LSPDFR, you gotta go and like and follow this page on Facebook because it's chock full of people like me who are streaming it live, who are just putting up, their recorded content from their channels and such. Also, different mods that you might not even know about are posted on this page as well. To my Facebook friends that are watching this, I just want to let you know. I want to let you all know a little bit about my channel. My channel was created a couple of weeks ago, so I'm fairly new to this. I came in as a PS4 gamer, but just recently purchased a gaming rig. I purchased an Alienware Aurora R7. And this thing is phenomenal. I purchased it specifically for LSPDFR, and since then I have added a ton of mods. So what I want to do today is I want to, let me flip through my pages here in my book. I want to just, do a little patrol. And while I'm doing this patrol, I want to, there might be a lot of people new to this game on the Facebook page rather than on YouTube. Plus, it's a lot easier to get content for new people seen on the Facebook page than the YouTube. So what I want to do is, as soon as I can find it here here we go. I want to go over a list of just a few mods and some mods that you're going to need. So the beginning of this video will be a little bit of dialogue right here. Shouldn't take no more than a few minutes. If you want to hear it, if you're new to this, or even if you're not new to this, you might not have any of the mods that I have. I'm going to try to show you as many mods as possible, but I've got a lot of mods. So I'm going to go through them quick. Obviously, you need the most recent LSPDFR that you can patch into your GTA 5 PC game. Then the Simple Trainer, I had the Simple Trainer 10.9. I got rid of that. There was really, I don't know, I really didn't use it. It's got weather, you can change the weather and stuff like that, but I kind of like the randomness of it in the game. You can take off gravity mode, flying cars, you can do all that stuff. I'm more into role playing, so I never used it, so I took mine off. A lot of times it clashed with my key bindings too, because as you're putting mods on, you can go into what's called INI files, where you can change the key bindings, whether you're using an Xbox controller or your keyboard and mouse. You can change each action to whatever button you want, which is something that you're going to notice in this video, that I still have mods that I have to go into the INI file and change those key bindings, because sometimes I'll hit a key, like my B button on my controller. Obviously when I'm in a menu, it's the back button, but it'll also hit the watt siren on my vehicle if I'm inside my vehicle, and you'll see that. Script hook V, that's a must-have if you're going to have mods in your game. Obviously, Rage plugin. What Rage plugin does is it lets you load your modded GTA 5 through their plugin rather than the Rockstar launcher, because if you're new to this and you go in and you play GTA 5 modded through the Rockstar launcher, you can and probably will be banned from playing the game. Rockstar doesn't want you modding anything on their game, so Rage plugin hook, must have. OpenIV. OpenIV is a program that allows you to add vehicles in. As you can see, I am standing in front of a Ford Explorer Police Interceptor. I also have the Crown Vic. I have the Chevy Tahoe Sheriff car, and I have the 2018 Dodge Charger Police Interceptor. Very cool vehicles. A buddy of mine on YouTube did a step-by-step walkthrough on how to put those in. Kiflam. A lot of people know Kiflam. When you ask for an ID from a suspect or somebody you pulled over, for some reason your police officer, your character is going to say Kiflam, and it really makes no sense. So this add-on, which you have to do through OpenIV, it's another one that you have to do through OpenIV. Whenever you're changing what the game wants to do, it's through OpenIV. When you're adding in stuff that you want to do, it's usually through your GTA directory. So, Elbow 1125. The newest version is 6.6.4.0. A lot of these mods won't work without that. ELS, if you're going to have vehicles on, you want the ELS mod, which is the emergency lighting system. You need that on, or else your lights just act all funky and you're driving around and your lights are standing still and they're blue and you can't turn it off. So you're driving around with one tail light, one headlight, and the lights, your LEDs in your window, you might have one blue one on and your spotlight's on and you can't turn them off, and it's crazy. I went through that. Another thing I have is this one I can kind of show you. Chances are, if you're on this page and you're watching this video, you're no stranger to Grand Theft Auto. You know that the gun sounds can be a little, I don't know, cartoony. Well, this particular mod through OpenIV, because I'm changing the sounds that Rockstar put in, I'm changing the sound. So again, it's through OpenIV. It put realistic gun sounds in. So here's my handgun, and you can hear it right away, guys. That as soon as you hear it, you know that it's way different than what originally comes in the Grand Theft Auto. So I'm just going to take aim and just pop off a few rounds here. I mean, you can hear the echo of the gun. I also have this Glock that, let me go to first person view, you can see the Glock here. I mean, the echoes, you could hear the echo, it's crazy, man. And then the shotgun. So much more realistic. I'm glad I'm a cop, because if I wasn't, there'd be 14 officers down here right now. Okay, so traffic policer, which is something, it's something you need. It gives you the opportunity to arrest peds, to take them to jail, to you're booking them, and it gives you the options when you pull them over. All the call outs I have. Crazy call outs, super call outs, wildlife call outs. Let me see here. Chill call outs, assorted call outs, copper call outs, the traffic policer, which has the call outs. And of course the LSPD first response call outs, which are pursuit and hold up. These are pretty much the only two that come with the game. When you first download the game and you're first starting off LSPDFR, you either have pursuits or holdups. It gets boring real quick, folks. You're going to want to go in and you're going to want to download some of these call outs. As you can see, crazy call outs, you got a crazy driver, kidnap, murder, noise complaint, terror attack, super call outs, you got escort an ambulance, angry animal, car accident, officer shootout. The wilderness ones, these are A demonstration, if people are protesting, they're getting out of control, they're using weapons, hostage situation, aircraft crash, which is crazy, public disturbance, wanted felon in a vehicle, illegal hunting. You can ask for hunting licenses and stuff like that. And as you can see at the top of the call out menu is call out manager, which is something you're going to want to download because it allows you to be able to go in and pick a call out. But any of these call outs are plugged into the game. They'll be in your plugins folder, and the dispatcher will automatically call them out. Right now I have my dispatcher off because it gets annoying. I'm trying to explain these to you. She comes on and she talks over and it throws off my concentration. So I have my radio off right now, but you'll see when I turn my radio on, she'll call out a bunch of different call outs. Let's see here, looking at my list. Player location, as you can see down in the bottom left hand corner. For those that are veterans to LSPDFR, you already know this mod. It'll give you a location. It'll tell you if you're facing north. It'll tell you if you're facing west, south, east. It gives you, right now I'm on Red Desert Ave at the Del Perro Beach, Metro Los Santos. It'll give you the street you're on, the location, and the jurisdiction of it. And it's got your little time counter on the top of it, and obviously your compass location. And it's great for role playing because when you're in chases or anything, you call it out. Especially if you're in a multiplayer 5M, it's great to have because it'll give you crossroads. It'll give you intersections that are coming up. So if a suspect turns north onto Joshua Ave, you could say coming up to Joshua Ave, suspect's making a right-hand turn, now heading east, blah, blah, blah. Police Smart Radio, which is this guy right here in the bottom right-hand corner. You can do a plate check, panic button. You can call in a coroner with it, tow truck, prisoner transport, insurance company, tow service, another panic button. What the Police Smart Radio does, it takes these call outs and it'll put anything that you might need for these call outs and it'll put them into this radio. Also, it will take different add-ons that you have. For instance, let's see, I want to say the arrest manager. I could be wrong. The arrest manager, where you can call in, or ultimate backup, allows you to call in female officers. If you're patting down a female suspect, they like to require you to have a female officer come in for, if you got to pat them down or anything like that. Speed radar light. That's another mod that when you're inside your vehicle, you can put your radar on. Inside the windshield here, inside the window, let's get inside the vehicle here and show you this one. When you're inside the vehicle, you got your speed radar light. The numbers for some reason don't work on mine when I have it set, but you can change it to any button you want, any buttons. Mine is Control Z. You hear the little thing come up. Right now my threshold is at 70 miles an hour because I like to do radar on the highway. But let's say you're doing radar on the regular streets, especially around the beach area, which is usually 30 miles an hour. You can then drop this down to, if it's 30, you set it at 40, and if you clock anybody above 40, you go ahead and you pull them over. Another add-on I have is, first off, look at the interior of this. I mean, it is spot on. I did a internship with a couple of officers at my job. I work at a college in real life, and we have a public safety. We have peace officers there. I mean, these guys are like cops, but on campus. They got guns. They can arrest you. They can court dates, all that stuff. and I got to ride with them in one of their Ford Interceptors, and I mean it looks just like this, man. I mean the steering wheel, the console, the dash. I mean it looks just like it. It really does. So that's pretty cool. Then well let's do a little walk around of this truck. You know this might I may just make this a um, you can see over there the ELS. There must be a cop over there in the background that has somebody pulled over. Um, I might just make this just a little intro video. I don't want it to be too long. I don't want to lose you guys as viewers, and I hope you're still with me because the stuff that I'm telling you is important, especially if you're new, and even if you're sort of new or not a super duper veteran. A lot of this stuff might be helpful to you. Um, and I'll post another video of doing a patrol uh, very soon on the Facebook page, LSPDFR's Facebook page. Um, also, don't forget to subscribe, like, hit the little bell so that you can get notified whenever new content's added. Like I said, I got a few videos up there. They're pretty cool. I'm starting off, and I want to get big, man. I need all your guys' help to get big, and let's get big together. That's my motto. Um, I say it all the time. Let's get big together. So, with the with this one, with the ELS, you can pretty much just put on your hazards. If you're just sitting on the side of the road talking to somebody, you have your semi emergency lights. This is pretty much after you might have just pulled somebody over, um, or you're responding code 2 to a call. Code 2 is lights on, no sirens. You'll hit your B button. You know, you'll hit the wah bar. I call it a wah bar. I don't know what your whelp. As you're going through intersections, you could just tap that and the horn. And then you have your full blown. This is code 3. This is when you really want to pull somebody over. It throws all your flashes on. Look at that, man. That looks so cool. And then you can hit this button and it turns on an extra spotlight up top between your light bar. And it makes a huge difference. And another add-on that I have that I might as well show you while I'm sitting here with the lights. Let's shut these off. Is you take a look at the spotlight, the window spotlight. There it is. It just turned on. And there's the spotlight. So, you can turn it. You see what kind of light that guy. It doesn't have a far reach. You could change those settings. But if you have somebody pulled over, or if you're looking, sometimes you get a call of possible break-in or something like that. It helps. We got this gentleman walking towards us. Let's see if we can how far before it lights him up. Oh, we got that box in the way, so that's where I'm getting that. There we go. That's where I'm getting that shadow from. But when you have somebody pulled over, it's great to put it on the back of their car. It's just adds to the. Like I said, my channel, I do have a couple of videos that are just bullshit, like just funny, whatever videos. But I'm going to be doing a lot of realistic role play, and this ad. Let's shut that off. This add-on, this plugin is awesome for that. What else can I show you for the car? That might be it for this particular vehicle for the moment. So back to the list. I showed you the Police Smart Radio, the speed radar, the vehicle search. You go up to a vehicle, you could search it. For instance, I wonder if I could search this one. Yeah, I can. So I can. Oh, unable to search the vehicle. It's a police vehicle. But this is part of the stop the ped. It taps into your stop the ped. And it lets you search the vehicle, obtain a plate number, request tow service, call the insurance. You can stop traffic. So that one's pretty cool. The stop the ped. That is a must-have. We'll do it with this guy here. That is a must-have
Hold it!
I don't like how he yells like that when you stop him. So you hit your stop the ped, and it'll tell you strong odor of alcohol from
Sand
their
and
breath.
Botox. What could possibly go wrong?
The stop the ped, like I said, it not only allows you to stop the peds, but it's interaction for any call you go on. Whether you pull somebody over or whether you're responding to a call, stop the ped is a great, great, awesome thing to have. So once you have the ped stopped, he's going to pay attention to you. Now, mind you, sometimes you'll stop a ped and they will just run. They'll run, they could shoot at you. So you got to be careful on who you stop. And when you stop them, you got to be prepared to pull your weapon out, whether it's your gun or whether it's your taser or anything. So you got the flashlight here. I believe you can control the flashlight with. No, you can't.
You're
Yep.
going down!
No, let's not hit him. There we go. So you could, you could shine him with the light, but we're gonna go ahead and put that away because that's obnoxious. So in the stop the ped menu, you can ask for their ID. Again, like I said, that Kiflam. Now, if I click this, he'll actually say, "Let me see some ID" or something along those lines. Where before he would go, "Kiflam," and it was so ridiculous.
ID.
So there you go,
Slow.
nice and slow. So it'll bring up the person's name, Matt Oakley, male, date of birth 5595. Does he have a gun permit? No. Now, if I was to frisk him, which I'm going to do, I'm going to go through all the options real quick of this. You can move the ped. You can grab them. This is good if you're putting a suspect in the back of your vehicle. You can grab them and you can walk them over. And, this is good if you pull somebody out of their vehicle on a traffic stop and you want them to get out of the way of traffic. You want to get them to a safe place. Or if they're not being detained yet, they can follow you. Now, a couple of days ago, by a mod creator by the name of Bojojo, and I hope I got that right, Bojoljo. This guy makes amazing mods. This question the ped. Now, before I had question the ped, I had have you been drinking? But he added, I mean, look at all this passenger questions you can ask. Now you go into that. If neither of you confess, you both could chart, and they're all interactive, which means if I hit that, I can't believe the ped that you have stopped, the suspect, whoever, will answer you. I mean, it had to have taken so long to do this. And, there's detained and arrest. Why did you run from me? These blue ones are all new questions that were just recently added. I just put them in right before I started recording this video. So I have yet to go through all of these. So I can't sit here and all I could tell you is it's a must-have. Documentation questions coming soon. So you got DUI, you're having difficulty maintaining your speed, we received the call. So that's pretty cool. You could, like I said, you could pat down the ped. Obviously, illegal to do without suspicion, level 2. So he's got a terrorist mask, a flashlight, and a plane ticket. The terrorist mask is lit up yellow because it's kind of suspicious, but not enough to do anything on. Anything that's against the law will be in red. I can give him a breathalyzer. I smelled alcohol on him. If this guy was driving, I can ask him to take a breathalyzer test, and it'll test him. 0.08 is usually the threshold for intoxicated while driving. You can see this guy is 0.16, so he is 2 times over the legal limit. Now, obviously, you can be this drunk and walk in the streets as long as you're not stumbling into the streets or being loud and disorderly or harassing people. You can request a vehicle. If you feel like this guy shouldn't be walking anymore, you can request a taxi or an Uber or even an ambulance if they were injured in some way. You can dismiss a ped to the driver's seat, to the passenger seat, or on foot, depending on your situation. or you can arrest the ped or detain them. It should say arrest or detain. Um, the only thing I don't like is when you hit arrest, when you're trying to role play and talk,
You're under arrest, dumbass!
you can hear your guy gets a little vulgar with him. You know, I don't like that, and I'm sure there's going to be a mod coming out that's going to change that, just like the kip bump. So as you can see, this is where if you got him detained, you want to question him more, or you want to go search his vehicle because it's going to get towed because he's got no insurance. And once you walk him up to the vehicle, it's going to ask if you want to put him in the front seat, put him in the rear seat, which is where you want him. You don't want him in the front. It'll move it out. It'll move you out the way, and it'll put him in the seat. So then there you go. So then you can go to continue to question the passenger or whatever. So we're going to pull him out of here. We're going to take the handcuffs off of him, and we're going to let him go because this was all just, just to show you. I keep going with this list. We are we're about 3/4 of the way through it, so I hope I still got you guys with me, man. Let's see here. Compulite. Yeah, Compulite's a good one. I probably could have showed you that while I was inside the vehicle. Compulite is you get in your vehicle and then there you go. These are old court cases from my last video. So you can see here she was evading arrest. I got her for evading arrest, reckless driving, speeding at 100 plus, possession of crack cocaine, and she was in possession of a stolen vehicle, which came up on the next mod that I'm going to show you. And it's cool because it tells you right there, as you can see, number 1, evading arrest, and you just go over here. Number 1, she was fined $656 and granted probation. Granted probation for the reckless driving. Speeding 100 and plus, you got 10 months in prison. Possession of crack cocaine, 4 years in prison. Possession of a stolen vehicle, 11 months in prison. So she got about 5.5, a little over 5.5 years in prison for these bottom 3. I had guys, there was one guy on here that was, he murdered a police officer and it showed he got life in prison. If you have somebody pulled over, it's not going to see anything now, but you can search a vehicle by the plate number, or if you have them pulled over and you called in a plate number through dispatch, then it'll bring up the vehicle information here. And this one is if you have somebody, and for instance, if I still had that guy I just had detained, I would come in here, click search ped. Matter of fact, I can Josh Smith. So I can go up to ped records and search by first name. We're going to hit Josh. Oh, full name. We're going to do Josh Smith. And it didn't bring nothing up. I think you have to have somebody detained at the moment, or you have to be interacting with them for them to bring this up. But this is such a cool option, because when you have somebody pulled over, which you'll see in my next video, I'll post another video to Facebook, providing the admins with LSPDFR on the Facebook page allow me to. I hope they do. I hope I'm not making this video for nothing. If anything, I'll put it on my YouTube channel, and you could always check it out there. But I'll post another video with that. So I have this cool little mod that I was just talking about. So with me, I have it set on my F2, and it's ALPR Lite, which is plate checker. So if I was to be up on the road, any car that goes by, it's going to scan the plate. It's going to tell me if they have no insurance, no registration. If it's stolen, that's how I knew that one lady was driving a stolen vehicle. I was just going down US Route 1, and I came up on her car, and it flashed at me that it was stolen, and I pulled her over. And it's actually in my one of my last videos I posted on my channel. It's really cool because her passenger got out and ran, and a pursuit ensued. So that's pretty cool. Also, let's see. The EUP menu. It's the EUP Law and Order, and what I have that on is I have that on my F11, and what it does, it allows you to, you can go into LSPD, and you can change your uniform. If you're on a bike cop or your motorcycle cop, you can do that. A bicycle,
Just
you know,
remember,
if you're just
there's
kind of
always 420 somewhere in the
doing the
world.
streets, and you got your detective outfits, which are pretty cool. Your FIB outfits and all that is pretty cool. Um, you know, I dig it. I like it. So that's a cool little one to do. If you're doing um, if you're doing multiple role playing um, videos, you know, I might want to be, you know, under here. You got the serve and rescue, which has your EMS clothing, fire rescue clothing, airlift. You know, if you're an airlift medic, it's got that clothing. You know, the helmet with the microphone and all that. So that is pretty cool. My right button is my police backup. I can call in code 3, code 2, transport if I got somebody. Um, if I have my canine unit, which is another mod. Um, Obviously, I can't put a suspect into the back of my canine unit, so I would call in a transport for that.
Yeah, mainly to work on
The
my
canine
training.
unit, speaking of it, also if because I started LSPDFR and I mean, as soon as I downloaded the game, I downloaded LSPDFR. So obviously, I didn't beat the game. I did a few missions in the beginning with Franklin and Michael. Never got to Trevor. My map is not fully lit up, and I cannot get it to fully light up because there is a mod I want that actually has um, property numbers. So it'll all of these properties, all of the houses that are up here um, in Vinewood Hills will have numbers on them, like street numbers, you know, like addresses. So that's a cool mod that I want, but it's kind of useless if I don't have my map fully unlocked. So if anybody on here, I know there's a way to do saved game, but it scares me. Can I save? Can I download a saved game and put it in and then have it not affect any of my mods or my character? If so, contact me. Let me know if you have any instructions on a walkthrough. You know, there's things I can do on my own. Something like that, though, loading in a saved game, I have no idea how to do it. So if you know how to do it and you've done it, please let me know. Because I would love for all this to be wide open. One day I did take a helicopter and I flew the whole map. And it took me like 2 hours to do it. Actually, I did it in a fighter jet. So it was like the fastest I could do it. Still took 2 hours. I downloaded a virus, guys. Going to a off-site. There's three. There's three websites. I'm going to tell you right now. There's three websites that I trust. It's the Bajojo guy, which is BOJOLJ. You really have to look it up. Bajojo, GTA 5 mods. His page. He's certified as being safe. Um, Obviously, the LSPDFR.com. I've heard of people download thousands. I mean, people download millions of downloads from there a day, and I've never heard anything of a virus. And then you have I want to say it's like GTA 5 mods or mod 5 mods.com. I'll put it in the description. I'll put it down in the description below, a link. Those three pages are the only ones I trust. One day I went to an off page. I was trying to download a bullshit Kia Optima. Of all cars, I was trying to download a Kia Optima, and it crashed my computer. Um, and I did. I had my whole map unlocked. I don't want to go through that again. And I had to take my computer to Best Buy, and you know, costed me $200 to get it fixed. But it would have costed $100, but I spent an extra $100 to get a year of protection. So now if I download anything else with a virus, they'll fix it for free. But I'm not planning on doing that. So, with that being said, if you know how to unlock this map, whether it's a mod that's out there or a saved game option. If you know it's safe and it won't mess up my characters and my mods, let me know. I'm all for it.
They just feel a little,
The canine.
flabby.
If you do look on the map, there's certain police stations now with the canine mod that has a little bone next to it. You can go into that station and walk up to the doghouse,
No, I've got a seminar
and it
out of
has
town. How about the day after?
you know what, I'm just gonna let me just go over there. It'll just take a minute. Let me just come over here and just show you guys. So let's get in our vehicle. We're gonna go ahead. F4, when you download LSPDFR, F4 brings up this menu here, and what it does is it'll let you do a whole bunch of different things, whether it's spawning a vehicle, spawning a pedestrian, or if you want to teleport, and it'll take you to wherever you put that you want to teleport to. So we're going to teleport to right here. So what we're going to do, let me just run inside. Yeah, this is also another cool mod that I have. I have it's called Keep the Effin' Door Open. A lot of times when you're role playing, you're chasing somebody and you want to get out of your vehicle but keep your door open as coverage because you got him at gunpoint. A lot of times you'd hit your button, he would shut the door, and you'd have to open the door again and then sit there. By that time, the suspect could already be shooting at you. So now there's a mod that was created where you could just tap your Y button and he'll get out and he'll shut the door. Or if you just hold it in, the door stays open, boom, I can be drawn and I can be pointing at the suspect. So that's really cool. Also, another one is your sirens. So I got my sirens on, right? And you can go through all different sirens. Right? Now, before when you got out of your vehicle, if you're in a car chase and you come to a halt, driver flees, you jump out of your vehicle, the sirens stay on. So when you're trying to come back with the suspect or question them, you got this siren blaring. Well, now there's an automatic siren cutout. So now when you get out of your car, automatically cuts out. Because let's face it, if you're out of your car, there's really no reason for your siren to be on. Then when you get back into your car, it stays off. So that's a pretty cool thing to have. So I just held it in. That's okay. So let's run in here real quick. And usually I don't think I've ever gotten a bulletproof vest. Let's take that. I don't think I've ever gotten the dog from in here. I believe the dog is downstairs by the jail cells. The dog plugin is pretty cool. Yeah, there's the doghouse. So you go up to the doghouse, you hit the button, you can pick from a retriever, a shepherd, a Rottweiler, or a husky. And you can name them, and you can change their variation, like the color of their fur. Okay. Let's say we want him. Finish. Okay. Now he is ours. He is our little boy. So now my canine menu is F10. So I could tell the dog to stand still, to enter the vehicle, to search the pet or the vehicle, and I tell him to detect weapons, narcotics, or all. You can dismiss them, and then you could teleport. Oh, you could teleport to a canine station. I did not know that. Ha! I've had this for about a week now, and I didn't know that. So the dog will follow you, and what we're going to have to do, because I didn't select it. Usually when you go on duty, it lets you select your crap. I don't know this police station that much. When you go on duty, you can select what vehicle you want to have. Well, right there I have the Ford Interceptor, but that is not a canine ready unit. So what we're going to have to do is we're going to go right here to the garage, and we're going to enter the garage. And LSPD, this is your LSPD. Now, there's the Crown Vic I was telling you guys about. It replaces the cars that you have that are put in here when you first got your Grand Theft Auto game. There's the charger. Now you see the way the lights are on? That ELS mod I told you about? If you don't have that and you download new cars, that's how your car drives around with all those lights staying on like that. I know it shows it right here in the menu, but once you leave, it's because I downloaded this before I downloaded ELS. I told you I had a problem with it. I downloaded the vehicle skins and the vehicles, and when I went in, I'm driving around, my car is like this. You can't turn on your lights or nothing. Then I found out you need the ELS mod. So once I put that on, everything worked great. But if I would have downloaded the ELS mod first and then the vehicle pack, these lights wouldn't be on in the menu. But it's cool because once I, pick my vehicle and go out, it doesn't do it. So this right here is your K9 unit. Not this. This one is. So you can see this is one of the generic vehicles that Grand Theft Auto puts in. This is your real Chevy Tahoe. If I could spin it, you could see the bow tie in the front, and you can get it in white as well. So we're gonna go with the black. You got your components, which are these lights that stay on. I pretty much don't know why you would want to mess with any of these, but you can. Yeah, so they're all, I believe they all have to do with the lights, so keep them all off. And modifications, you could do the armor, and you could lower it. I like to lower it when I have the K9 unit. Makes it easier for the dog to get in, role-playing reasons. Transmission turbo, apply all. And then you select and continue. This truck is pretty wicked, man. So here comes my dog. And my dog wants to get in, so I get out. And I hit my F10. And I tell the dog to enter the vehicle. It's going to open up the door on the other side. Dog's going to get in, and he's in there. He's ready for duty. I must have went to West Coast Customs because they got the automatic door shutter. So it's pretty cool. So now, inside my vehicle, there's my puppy sitting back there, and he or she, he in this case, is ready for duty, man. The only thing I don't understand is why this doesn't say anywhere on here that it's a K9 unit. I really think it should. See a little W that shows up above my map? Again, any help out there would be great. This little W just started showing up, and every time it shows up, if you could see, just over across the street by that fire hydrant is a stretcher. See the stretcher? It just appears like that. It doesn't do anything else. It doesn't affect the game. It just happens, but it's weird, man. It's just weird. Okay, so only because I want to get the screenshot I want to pick is going to be well, you know what? Hold on a second. Where is it? Is it up here? No. Is it right there? It might be right here. Let me see. No, it's not. See, because I don't have no stupid frickin' map, I don't know where it is. Where is the Hollywood sign on this map? I know I can find it by following this road to... This is such a pain in the ass without... Please, man, if anybody knows, I would love it. I really want to show you guys one of the things that I did. Okay. One of the things that I did... let's see here. It only lights up a little bit of the map when I do it this way. But maybe you can see it. Maybe you can see it from here, from the golf course. So let's go ahead and we're gonna teleport to the golf course. Okay, F4. Yeah, we might be able to see it if we pull up a little more, if we come up here. Whoa, sorry. Where is it? Is it over that way more? Where is that? It might be over here. Let's put on our lights. This thing, it's got the sleek top. This thing's pretty cool. Yeah, I think it's over here. I see. I'm looking at the hills right now, so that's why. That's why I'm not driving all that well. Let's go up to the top of this hill. Maybe we can. See a little better. Is it over there? I thought it was more. I thought it was more over there. The doggy's gonna stay where he is. He's a good boy. Which is good because here comes another dog. Alright, well, I mean, anywho. You know, it would have been cool to show you guys. But I just do not know where the hell where the hell this sign is. I want to say it's over this way. Yeah. That's alright. Anyways, through some XML coding, again, through the OpenIV, that's going to be something you can change. What we did was we changed the Vinewood sign to the real Hollywood sign, which I do have another video. You know what? There you go. If you want to see it, I do have another video on my Facebook page that shows the forest. If you go along the highway, all along here and all in Sandy Shores, there's millions of new trees added in. It's a forest option. The Hollywood sign, which is a new add-on, and another one that I want to take a screenshot of right now, actually, which is going to be the thumbnail of this video. If I can keep this video under an hour, I'm happy. So now if you look here, and which actually what I want to do is I want to take a nice screenshot of this. You can see when it's nighttime, it's a lot cooler. But it's the real Santa Monica. It no longer says Del Toro. This is the real Santa Monica sign that you would see. And at nighttime, it's lit up in all different colored neons. It's really cool. It also changed this. Now, it also gives you some new buildings up here, which are real Los Angeles buildings. It's got the AMC Theater, real LA roads, which I did not install, and city lights. If you're going down US Route 1, I believe it is, it's got these new realistic city street lights that go all the way down the highway, and it's really cool. I mean, it's really cool. So I want this to be, so we're gonna get out, we're gonna stand our guy right here, and we're gonna wait for this guy to get out of our shot. We're gonna wait for our guy to do his police pose, and capture. So that's gonna be our thumbnail for this video. Okay, back to the list, guys. We're almost done. I got the K9. This is the only, they have other vehicles that you can download and install into your game that will allow you to transport your dog around. Just looking at my list here, my taser.
Hold it!
Why is he yelling hold it to that guy? That guy didn't do anything. So my taser. Now it's a more realistic looking taser. Okay. Whereas before, it's got the voltage and everything on it. Super cool. I don't know why it changed to black like that. Oh, there it goes. Went back to yellow. Yeah, it's the yellow one. And so when you pull it out, but I never noticed that it did that. That when you go to first person view, it changes the first person view. But it's more realistic, and it has a more realistic sound than the original game. So that's pretty cool. Man, I think that's, I got clear the way. Clear the way is when you're driving a lot of the AI vehicles, they will just get in the way, so to speak. So clear the way, you honk your horn, and man, they really move out of the way. It's great when you're going down the highway. And another thing I have. Alright, everybody. You might have seen a little skip in the video there just now. It's because when I went to go attempt to show you the other mod, the pullover location, I hit my shift key 3 too many times, and as you all know, if you hit your shift key too much, as most of you may know, if you hit your shift key too much, you will close out the game, and it'll ask you if you want to put sticky buttons on, or whatever the hell it's called. It's really a pain in the ass. So it shut down my game, so with the magic of editing, just started a new one, and just gonna cut it into the last video. If I can keep this video in down below an hour, that'd be great. I know when I started off, I told you guys I would just go through the mods real quick and then go on patrol. But I figured I'd do a little more hands-on for all the new guys and gals, and some of the less veteran type also. And I figured since I started the game back up and was going to just splice it in, I'd pull out the Dodge Interceptor. So, and now that I have this, I kind of want to get my screenshot with this car instead of the Ford. So, just like we did before, we're going to stand right in front of the vehicle. Pull my camera out, and we're gonna do this right here, and screenshot taken. Okay, so back to where we were. I wanted to show you guys the cool pullover location. So let's say this guy right here just went in front of us. He's got expired tags, or he just ran a red light like you did. You're gonna get behind him. You're gonna hit your shift key once. As you can see, it's going to light him up red on your map. He doesn't know that he's lit up yet until you go ahead and put your code 3 lights on. And he's going to pull over like a maniac. And you see, this is how they pull over sometimes, and it's just crazy. So you're going to hit Control W, and using your number pad, we're going to have him, and you'll see my guy put his hand out the window and tell him to relocate his pullover spot. Now, if I wanted to, if it was like, let's say, a felony stop, same thing, Control W, and I can have him pull into right there. That allows it so that if this guy's going to get out with a weapon, there's not too many vehicles around. Oh, sticky wheels, as you can see, sticky wheels. You could turn your wheels. You know, sometimes when a cop pulls up behind you, they'll put their wheels out like that. And what that allows, why they do that, it's actually a safety thing for those that don't know. So now, if I'm out and I'm on the side of the road and I'm talking to the suspect at his window, if somebody is to hit the back of my car, my wheels are going to allow it to shoot over, so that you know, it's going to push my car out of the way. If my wheels are straight, my cruiser's coming right at me. Or in real life, the police's cruiser is going to go right at him. So it's a safety feature on why cops do that. There's that W again. See that W just showed up above my map? Now if I go out here, there's going to be, yep, there's the stretcher. See it right there? I don't know why it does that. Please, if you know, let me know. So that's the cool thing. That's the location key the pullover location. Really, really cool feature. If you ask me, if you're going to role play, even if you're not going to role play, it's a must-have. So we're going to hit shift. We're going to cancel that stop. We're going to let that guy go. But oh, look at that. He's already gone. I don't know where the hell he went, but oh well. Okay, so let's go back up to our pier right here. Yeah, that's another thing. Did you hear that? There must be another cop. So yeah, there's the cop right there. He just had somebody pulled over. If you go past the cop and you hit your horn, he'll honk back at you. I guess that's a thing that cops do. Alright, so now that we're right here, what we're going to do is, excuse me, the last mod I want to show you guys is going to be the vocal dispatch. Now, vocal dispatch is such a cool feature that just has not been mastered yet, at least by me. I've watched people do it, and man, it works perfectly for them. For me, for some reason, it works when it wants to. Now, as you get all of these call-out mods put onto your game, remember the call-out mods that we told you about? All these ones right here. As you install these, you go into the INI files. The INI files are the text files where you can go in and you can choose how often do these callouts, which callouts do you want to play the most. You can change it all in code. Even if you're a beginner, you can do it. There's tutorials out there that show you how to do it. Super easy. Inside the INI files, you allow you make it so that you can choose what your patrol number is, or your officer. I forget the name of it, what it is, but it's like your officer ID. For instance, mine is 1 Adam 6. As you know, police speak in military words, military code when they want it. Like when you get out a plate number, if it's 44JPX, you're gonna say 44 John Paul X-ray. You know, stuff like that. So mine is 1 Adam 6. So on my right alt button, I have my vocal dispatch. And what it is you can speak to your dispatch through your microphone. Now I have a pretty state-of-the-art microphone. So I don't know why she doesn't understand me sometimes. I try to speak very clearly. Most of the time it works. A lot of times it doesn't. I'm still learning the 10 codes. There's so many of them. There's a 10 code to request a tow truck, to request an EMS, fire truck, all of that. So, if I want to go 10-8, which is showing me available for calls. 1 Adam 6, show me 10-8.
Roger that.
So she heard me. So above your map, you're going to see what they say. Let's say I have a car pulled over and it's a stolen vehicle. That's going to be a felony stop or a wanted person. So 1 Adam 6 requesting felony backup on Equally Way.
Backup required in Del Perro.
She's bringing me code 2 backup, which you can also ask for.
Copy that.
For
Moving
code
right
2
now.
backup. I don't know why she gave me code 2 backup. 1 Adam 6 requesting felony backup. Yeah, see? She didn't understand me. Dispatch requesting felony backup on Equality Way.
Assistance required in
Again,
Del
code
Perro.
2. It is what it is. But while you're here, I can show you.
We'll check it
You
out.
can, with ultimate backup, you can walk up and I can convert this guy. He is now my partner. So, if I get in my vehicle, he's going to run around to the other side. And it's cool to have. So now you can roam with 2 guys in the vehicle. Then you hold in your enter button. And it will tell the other guys that they can go ahead and take off. Other buttons are 1 Adam 6, show me 1019.
10-4.
So it's showing her that I'm busy, that I'm unavailable. My cat's getting in the way. He's pulling on my cords and everything else. It's going crazy. Relax, buddy. Relax, relax. Jeez. Okay, he's out of the way. All right. So that shows me I'm busy. I'm eating lunch or something or whatever. Obviously, if code 3 or all units must report it's a police shootout or something, I'm gonna go to it. 1051, for instance, 1051 is a tow truck. 1 Adam 6 requesting 1051. So dispatching a tow truck, but because I have no vehicle that I have pulled over, the tow truck is not going to come. And this guy just keeps getting in my way. Come on, Floki. Go play. Go play.
I'm where I said I would be.
So
Where'd you wander up to?
that's vocal dispatch. It's a really cool thing to have. Maybe it's code 5. 1 Adam 6. Oh, look at, she didn't even wait for me to say anything before she didn't understand me. 1 Adam 6, code 5. Yeah, nothing. But when you're role playing, it's cool because you could just hit it. 1 Adam 6, show me on a traffic stop on Equality Way, Red Desert Ave. And that's cool. You can just keep going with it and role play with it. It's fine. You can also say 1 Adam 6, shots fired on Equality Way.
Backup required.
She hears shots fired.
Del
It's gonna bring in
Copy that. We're moving right now.
well, usually if there's shootings in that. Shots fired, shots fired.
Backup required in Del Perro.
And it'll bring you code 3 back up.
Roger that. We're on our way.
Now on our Police Smart Radio, if I hit this panic button, you hit panic, and it sends out those 3 codes
This is
in
Victor
your
13.
GPS,
We're on it.
and it is going to
Copy that,
send in
dispatch.
state patrol, local patrol. It's going to send in, depending on where you are, it's going to send in FIB. It's going to send in, yeah, there's FIB. It's going to send in SWAT. Sometimes SWAT will show up. But that panic button gets you back up real quick, and they come out armed, locked, and loaded, man. So that's a cool thing to have. And again, hold in your enter button, and they all disperse. So we're gonna go down here because when they all disperse like that, they don't know how to drive, and they will smash into your vehicle. I got my partner here, real serious. What's up, dude? Alright.
Hey, bros.
So park it right here. So listen, I believe that's it, everybody. I mean, I went through Rage Native. Okay, Rage Native is another mod. It doesn't change anything in your game. It just allows you
Want to get it in gear or what?
to be able to play plugins on your Grand Theft Auto. So, ones that you absolutely need to play a lot of, like Elbow 1125, you're going to see that he's the creator of a lot of these mods. JoJo, he used a lot of the Rage Native, so does Elbow. Mods you're absolutely going to need after you download your Grand Theft Auto vanilla file, which is the original file. Always back up your original file, because if you do what I did and download something you shouldn't, you're going to have to do it all over again. So always back up your file, okay? And always back up your file, and you know, keep yourself protected. But yeah, downloads you're gonna need, without a doubt, after you get your original copy of Grand Theft Auto downloaded, is Rage Native, which has just been updated on January 20th, 2020. You're going to want the LSPDFR 0.4.6. You're going to want your script hook V, 1868, Rage plugin 1.74, OpenIB 3.1, and the elbow 1125 6.6.4.0. If you're going to want add-on vehicles, you're going to download the ELS first. You're going to want to download that first. Those are
What's going on, my dude?
downloads that you're going to want to download right away before you put in any other mods, because they just simply won't work for you without a lot of those plugins. You know what? That neon sign is on right now. I wonder if the... Here, let's shoot up. Let's shoot up to the top of the pier here and see if that sign is lit up. I know I wasn't going to... worry about showing this, but let's see if it's lit up. It should be lit up. Maybe it's dark enough. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, so there you go. There's your Santa Monica Pier sign lit up. Yacht harbor, sport fishing, boating, sport fishing. Not, there's no pause for it. And cafes. Real cool, real cool. So, with that being said, those are all of my mods I have. I have so many of them. When my game loads up on the left hand side above the map, it loads in all your mods, and man, it goes all the way up the screen, and it makes for an amazing immersive experience with Grand Theft Auto. You play Grand Theft Auto like you've never played before. I'm excited to get better at this. I'm excited to get bigger at this. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I will post links below of those 3 trusted sites where I get all my mods from. I'm gonna link in LSPDFR on Facebook in case you're watching this from in case you got to this video without going through Facebook. Go to the LSPDFR Facebook page, follow them, like them. It's an awesome page if you're into LSPDFR. And please don't forget to subscribe, like, hit that little bell so you can get all the newest content that I put up, and just help support a guy who's trying to start out, man. Like I said, my channel motto is let's get big together. I want to do this with everybody. I want to be able to get so good that I can be the one to help you put these mods on. Now I can point you in the right direction, and some mods excuse me, some mods I can. So if you need help with a certain mod, let me know, and I will either point you in the right direction or I will tell you myself how to do it. The LA scenery and all that I told you about, I have a video on my YouTube. Go check that video out. It shows you the Hollywood sign. It shows you this sign right here. It shows you a couple of other buildings, and it also shows you the forest that's along the highway and the city street lights, man. They're awesome. Pre-street light mod. The highway's dark at night. It's dark. It might have a couple of... I can't even remember, to tell you the truth. With the mod, man, it adds a whole line of LED street lights down the highway that I guess are really in Los Angeles. I don't know. You know, correct me if I'm wrong, but... and it also changes the highway street signs to make them look more like Los Angeles street signs, or even puts them in place. So, really, really cool. You got to check them out. You got to check that video out. It's super awesome. This video went longer than I wanted it to, but I feel like it's important to show people who are new to this. There's people that might even be watching this video that don't even have LSPDFR and might want to get it and might want to, you know, need a video like this to show them the stuff that you can do. Like I said, I do want to post another video that shows me out on patrol so you can see more in depth of a lot of these mods that I showed you. And providing the admins let me do it, I'm going to do it. Admins, if you watch this video, I will support your page. I will get all of my followers to go to your page and like it and follow you if they, you know, if they choose to. I hope we can form a relationship here where we can help each other get big. Although the Facebook page has way more followers than I do. So yeah, that's it, folks. Man, thanks. Thanks for staying with me this whole time. I'm sorry for that little crash there, but it's not going to be any issue to you because I'm just going to do some editing magic. But thanks for staying with me. Thanks for checking this out. I hope I won you over. I hope you go and like and subscribe and uh, let me help you, let me entertain you, and let's do this, man. So with that being said, obey the rules, follow the laws, love, peace, and happiness. Rest in peace, Kobe. Geoffrey Gamer is out.
Hit that subscribe button, man. What are you waiting for?